Welcome back to Fit for Life. If you were here yesterday, I hope you're watching the show. If you're new to Fit for Life with Karen, welcome. And I think you're going to enjoy this. You can do everything we do, believe me. And if there's something you can't do, you just don't do it. Or we can modify it, or you can wait. It's a half-hour show, and I try to give you a little bit of everything. We encompass all of the basic fitness components, of which there are 6. The one we're going to do today is strength training. We're going to do strength training with our weights. I hope you have some weights with you. If you don't and you just want to move your arms today, that's fine. Just make sure it's heavy enough, not too light, not too heavy. You want to be able to do 8 to 10 repetitions, and you want to feel a little fatigue. And we do them slowly, which also makes it a little bit more difficult. So you have your weights. Always have your water. If you're just starting it, if this is the first time you've tuned in, make sure you get permission from your doctor to exercise, especially if you have some heart problems. So keep that in mind. I believe that strength training is the most important fitness component because we need our strength for everything. We want to stay, here comes that word again, independent for as long as possible, and delay our time of disability. So we want to be positive and just be able to do as much as we can for as long as we can for ourselves. So strength training is just one of 6, and that's what we're doing today. Strength training may protect your cognitive function, believe it or not. It also helps with depression. Walking especially helps, but walking does create a little strength in your lower body, doesn't it? It may protect against depression. It may actually protect you to some extent from Alzheimer's disease. So any kind of exercise is good for us, but especially strength training. Good. The last thing I want to talk about is a book that I found. Heard about it. You know, I get my AARP book and magazine. I think their health information is top notch. I've been in this business for over 40 years now, and it seems like everything I've learned and believe in is in this book. It's been proven, a lot of this stuff. Again, always ask your doctor first before you start anything, but the book is called The Whole Body Reset, and the author is Stephen, Perrine, and I don't know if that's Perrine, or Perini, but if you could remember that title, The Whole Body Reset. It talks a lot, well, it talks about everything that has to do with fitness, senior fitness, not just exercise, but your mind, your mind, body, heart, soul, everything. It gives you diets. It concentrates on the extra protein we need as we age. Very important to have enough of that, because even if we eat a lot of protein, the body doesn't absorb it as well as we get older. And also fiber important. So protein and fiber, you're going to read quite a bit about. It's just so interesting and so right on. Again, from what I know about exercise for seniors, I just want to read a little bit before we start exercise. It says the whole body reset is focused on helping you preserve muscle. If you don't do some kind of strength training, that muscle just kind of disappears, and we don't want that. It gets smaller and smaller. In the study of 3,000 adults, that's a good study, from 54 to 89, and I don't know when that was done, but researchers found that having a strong grip was inversely related to symptoms of depression. The stronger you are, the less likely you are to be clinically depressed. Get the book, so it'll make more sense to you when you do. But the power of muscle can go beyond just our mood. Studies also show that having strong muscles may help protect us against the loss of cognitive function, and we just said that. One study looked at almost 1,000 people living in senior communities who had no evidence of cognitive decline. Well, that's very good. Researchers put the subjects through a series of strength tests, measuring their upper and lower extremities, and that's what we're going to strengthen today with our weights. It says they adjusted for variables like sex and age. The researchers ranked participants' strength on a scale. We won't go into that. But over the next few years, they found that people that exercise were less apt to get Alzheimer's disease. So anything we can do to prevent that would be wonderful. So as far as I know, from what I've learned, from what I've studied in school, this book is great Great sources too. So what we're going to do first is just warm up a little bit before we do our strength training. And we're not going to do this to get up, are we? No. We're going to come forward and get up this way. We have to get used to doing that so we can strengthen our quadriceps and not have to depend on our arms all the time. So I'm going to give you some easy, simple warm-ups. Actually, you might have some of your own that you do. If you want to put some music on and dance a little bit, that's okay too. But I found that this exercise, lifting the arms up, bending your knees and bringing your arms back. And I saw this in a video years ago, and I just thought it made sense. Great for the torso, to loosen it up. And when you bend your knees, again, you're strengthening these, and you need that for balance and walking and being independent. You can do it faster if you want, but it's kind of like a full body warm-up. He did a lot of these. We're not going to do the 100 that he did, okay? It was really boring after a while, but it's good for us, bending the knees. So try to do at least 10 of those, maybe 10 of everything that we do. Another one that I found easy and effective and stretches your waist and your hips and your midriff and your shoulders and your arms, your upper back. It is easy. Now, if turning your head makes you feel dizzy, don't do it. So you can do it this way, or you can do it this way. So I think this one's kind of easy, kind of like dancing, right? Yeah. And then we're just going to kick your feet out, just to loosen those legs up. You can get next to your chair in case you need to grab it. I like this one, easy stuff. Yeah. So we're kicking, and move your arms as if you're walking. Good. Alrighty. So we're kind of moving both the upper and lower body, aren't we? Just to warm up. Good. Now we're going to lift the knee up. 1, 2. Now this one looks really simple, but it's really good for balance. And if your balance is poor, you're going to notice it when you do this easy exercise. I like this one. I like all of these because you don't really have to think. Just do whatever comes to your mind. I'm sure most of you have taken exercise classes and read all the articles that you see about us, what's good for seniors. Up and up. Tap your shoulders if you can. Good. All right, let's take a little rest. You're going to just bend those knees. Make a big circle. Bend the knees again. A big circle up. Doesn't that feel good? It opens up the chest area, stretches out the back, your shoulders a little bit. I don't even know if I've done this before, and it's really simple. Not on a show anyway, so anything you can think of at all. Now we're going to do a little bit of ice skating. Make believe you're ice skating. Good, back and forth. Yeah, that's easy. Now you can cross over like that. Good. Or just touch to the back, whatever you can do. Again, if you need to hold on, you can just do it like this. Or you can get behind your chair too. That might be easier. So what do you think of this one? So while we're here doing this, ice skating, we're going to do a little balance exercise. So you're going to cross over and out to the side. Cross over and out to the side. Over and out. How does that feel? Is it easy? Are you wobbling? Or do you feel as though you're going to fall? I hope not. Bring that arm across this time. And 2. And 3. So right now we are just warming up. Let's do the other side now. Just cross over. No arms yet. Crossing over. So you can touch your toe, touch your whole foot if you have to. Kind of like this one. And now we're going to use that arm a little bit. Over. I think it's easier with the arm. The arm is like a rudder, isn't it? Yes, it is. Cross over. And cross over. Great. And cross. Let's do one more. But if you're doing it on your own, remember at least 10 repetitions. That would be great. Really, really great. Now I'm going to move back. Bend those knees. Stay down. Come up. Feet are flat. You're going to lift one arm up with a flat palm. So you have to kind of push that hand back a little bit. Reaching up and reaching down with a flat palm. This is called connecting heaven and earth. As you bring your arms down, you're just going to breathe up through the nose as you bring those arms up and down. And then exhale. Let's try it again with the breath. Up through the nose and hold for a couple of seconds if you can. Bring those arms down and breathe up through your nose, palm flat, palm flat. It is a great stretch, so you're reaching up and down at the same time. I love this one. Really, really like this one. Just for the heck of it, let's stretch the lower back. Just come down forward. You can do this with your arms if you want. All right. Now, you can keep your head up. You don't have to drop your head down like that. Keep it up if you want to. Wonderful. Take a breath in while you're down here, as long as that's comfortable for you. Breathing up. And as you exhale, you should be able to go a little bit more each time. And the more you do it, the easier it will be. All right. So let's have a seat. Grab our weights. Make sure you have water. I'm going to sit down without holding on too. So we're just going to sit down. Just make sure that chair is in back of you, right? Grabbing the weights. Grabbing the weights. We're starting with the upper body, and then we'll go to the lower body. Holding on. Now, these are 5-pounders. Elbows into the body for support. Just bring the weights right up to your shoulder, and don't bang the shoulders. Just bring it up as close as you can. If you want to touch, I guess that's okay. And then slowly back down. Remember, you'll breathe out as you lift, and you can do it fairly fast. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Try it again. Normally you would do 2 sets. You take a little rest in between, but because the show isn't an hour long, we're just going to do 1 set today. So I believe this is 4 at least. Slowly. This is where you gain the strength. Look down at your forearm. You can see definition there. Things popping out, right? Up to the shoulders. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it again. I'm going to say 7, even if it isn't. Slowly down. Now, if you're exhausted at 8, just rest and wait for us. Good. Slowly down. And you're kind of tightening your middle there when you do this, and that's good for us, as long as you're not uncomfortable when you do it. So bring those weights down. Just turn over and put these right in your lap. My weights are kind of large, so I'm going to open those feet a little bit. Sitting up straight, pull those shoulders down. See the difference? So good for your posture. So that is for the biceps. Now we have triceps to work on too, and those are the 2 main muscles under here. This is the part we don't like, right? All right, let's come forward in the chair. All right, make sure I have room here. Arms down. Turn those weights so that they're horizontal. Lift a little bit out to the side and breathe out as you lift to the back. Good. And slowly down. Try it again. This one is a little bit not comfortable. It gets better as you do it, I think. Breathe out. Your arms are straight. You can feel that in your shoulders, your upper back. Try it again. And count 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's say this next one is 5. Breathing out and lifting up. Good. And slowly down. Oh, you can feel that. Breathing out. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Let's say this one is 8. Breathing out. You should be feeling it by now, sure. And slowly back. And if you have to stop here, that's fine. You still did a great exercise. 8 repetitions. That's wonderful. All right. I'm going to do an extra one here. There we go. Nice and easy. So we did biceps, we did triceps, but I think your neck is probably a little tight. So let's do some, I call them head neck stretches. Just drop that chin right down. Oh, that feels good. I can feel it stretching. It gets very, very tight. And I'll bring my head back up. Another thing I want to mention is if you do upper body strengthening like this, you're more apt to have good posture, because weak muscles make us do this. we can't even hold ourselves up. So that's another reason that we strengthen the upper body. It's just good for us. Sitting up straight, you don't want to crowd all those internal organs. You look better, you look more confident, you feel better. Yes, you do. All right, the third one we're going to do, something called a crossover. So just take one weight, lift it up, and just up to the ceiling if you can do it. If not, this is fine. Do what you can do, and then we just switch. Breathing out, slowly back, don't forget. Breathing out, just don't hold your breath, because you're not going to breathe out on every single thing you do probably. Just do the best you can. Breathing out, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. You're sitting up tall, very important. Again, all the way up. And slowly down. All right, breathing out again. Say this is 6, and slowly down. You're almost done. You're going to be so strong. Breathing out and up. Wonderful. Do you like my earrings? I love my earrings. Kind of wild, huh? Crossover and reach. Try to straighten that arm as much as you can. If you can't get up that high, this is fine. This is great. Feels good to me. Breathing out. Let's do one more set. Take your time this time. All right, we're just going to lift the weight up first and breathe out as you turn. Good. And bring that arm across and back slowly. A little faster on the first movement, and then slowly back. All right, you're getting a little tired. Let's do another little stretch now. We're going to drop that chin right down. Again, I just love the feeling of that. It's really important not to have a stiff neck. Just bring that head back up. Look up at the ceiling. Good. See if there might be a little spider up there walking around. They're around all the time. It's not just in the summer, is it? And we're going to look straight ahead and just turn the head, not your shoulders, just your head. Good. To the other side. How does that feel? Again, natural breathing. If you want to do a breathe up here and an exhale there, that's fine. Good. Turning, turning. And then we'll come back slowly. All right, let's do an ear drop. We'll stretch the side of the neck. I like these. They're comfortable. We do them a lot. You can add this to your daily stretches. I suppose we could exercise all the time. There really is so much we can do for ourselves. But we do get lazy. We're human. Watching TV, sometimes we really get carried away. We don't get up for a long period. So it's really good to stretch that neck and your whole body. Just do a couple of exercises while you're standing, right? All right, let's try this one. Now your weights are vertical. I'm going to come forward a little bit in the chair, and you're going to breathe out as you go back. And slowly back. Now we're not going straight out, okay? Your weights are right here. So breathe out as you go back. Good. And then bring those weights forward. So you're breathing out on exertion on that first movement and out. But this is where you gain strength in that second movement. Pulling it back. So it's out pretty quick and then back slowly. Let's say this is 6. And we're out and slowly back. I can really feel that. Oh yes. Twice a week, right? You remember that? We don't do this every day. But you know, when you're walking, you're strengthening your lower body, you're strengthening your legs. All right, let's do one more. Back, because I'm really feeling it. If you don't feel anything, it's kind of easy, you don't feel any fatigue at all, you need a heavier weight. So don't stay with those 2-pounders. It might be time to go up to 3. There are 4-pound weights too, so keep that in mind. All right, grab some water, take a little sip of water. Yes, we can drink water during exercise too. It doesn't have to be just at the beginning and the end. And it's really important to stay hydrated with any kind of exercise. So cheers. Are you drinking water or juice, or watch out for those sweetened beverages? Tons of sugar in those. Sugar is not the best thing for us. Sometimes we need it, but not in these huge amounts. Someone told me once that in a can of Coke, there was as much as 12 teaspoons of sugar. That can't be healthy for us, right? And I know you know that. All right, I'm going to give you at least one more, and you can sit back a little bit. Why don't we just stand our weights up like this? Good. It's called the paddle wheel. And this is kind of a tough one. Do what you can. Hold one weight above the other, and just do this. I find this the most difficult, really. And 3, and 4, and 5, good, and 6, how you doing? 7, and 8, if you can do 10, go right ahead. And you notice you're tightening your abdomen, so that's good too. Phew, I can really feel that. But your shoulders are gonna start to come up like this, so why don't we just pull them down? Good. Push one shoulder forward and back. Let's stretch a little bit, because we've been tightening, but we're toning the muscles, strengthening them, reshaping them. Push forward, because they really do get very loose, don't they? But isn't it nice to know you do have some control over your health, more than you think. Heredity plays a part in your health. If both of your parents had heart disease, just be careful. Eat a healthy diet and exercise, and maybe you can avoid it or keep it at bay longer. So heredity plays a rather large part in our overall picture. All right, I want to do one more thing, and I think this is important. All right, just turn the weights this way so you can see the inside of your hand or your palm. Place your forearms on the arms of the chair. Don't let the weight drop down like this. The hand and the forearm should be on the same plane. The hand should extend beyond the end of the arm here. And do a little bit of a curl up. You can hardly see that. 1. So we're strengthening the wrist and the hands. And remember, when you strengthen your muscles, you also strengthen what? Your bones. Ask your doctor about it. If you have beginner osteoporosis or osteopenia, ask your doctor if it's okay to do strength training. And if he knows about that kind of thing, he will tell you, yes, it's okay for you, or maybe yours might be a little more advanced, maybe you shouldn't do it, but always ask your doctor, because strong muscles usually means strong bones too. So turn the arms over. Now you're looking at the top of your hands. Don't let the hand drop down like that. Nice straight line here. And we'll do a reverse curl. I didn't even think we were going to do this today, but I just thought of it. It's important. Just bring the hand up a little bit and back. Don't lift the arm up, just the hands, right? And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. 6, and 7, and 8. Wonderful. Stand those weights right up here. We're done. But then again, I might give you one more. Just hold on to the ends of the weights here. And let's try to strengthen those hands a little bit more, strengthening the fingers, and just lift up. If it's too much, don't do it. If there's anything that causes pain, you're going to stop. And we're lifting up too. But you can feel it and see it in your arms when you lift. So you're strengthening the arms too, because it's all attached. Good. And 5. Do as many as you can. If you can do 2, that's fine. Most women know. I hope we have some male viewers, but I find it's mostly women that are watching the show. So you could just tell your men, your husbands or your partners, whatever, that they should be exercising too. And with all the games that are on now, we do a lot of sitting, basketball and the Red Sox, and it's not good for us to sit for long, long periods. All right. Well, we've got a few minutes left. I'm going to put the weights down. You can put yours away. Good. We're going to do some leg strengthening. Now, we did a little bit standing up, warming up. So let's come forward. Now we're not going to stand up yet. We're going to do the sit stand, all right? And we're going to do 8, not 10, because time is flying. So you're going to sit up without holding on. As I said, one of the best exercises you can do to strengthen the quadriceps. And we'll sit back down. Don't take a step forward because a chair won't be there when you sit down again, right? Up, good, and down. I can feel it in my knees a little bit today. Some of us have arthritis, don't we? But just do the best you can, and you'll know if it's too much. And we're going to say this is 5, even if it isn't. And back down again, good. So this is technically very easy, but if you're not used to doing it, you're going to feel this. Even if you can do just 2, do it. Next time you might be able to do 3. It's so exciting. Really, whenever you see an improvement or see that you can do more than you think, it's really exciting. All right, back down again. One more now. Great. Shake those hands out a little bit. Shake those legs out a little bit. I'm going to move my chair over. The next thing we're going to do, and just a couple of these, as I said, I want to get in everything I wanted to give you. All right, you're just going to bend those knees. The squat is the most important, or one of the most important exercises you can do to maintain your independence and improve the strength in your lower body. So you're reaching forward. This is for function, to get in and out of a car, in and out of bed, up from a chair. Very important to do this exercise. You can do it, and try to remember this by just standing against the wall. Make sure your bottom and your shoulders and your head are touching, and do it this way. It's much easier, but really great. It's still a great, great strengthener. That's what we're doing today. Good. Now, we're going to do some knee lifting. You can hold on if you want to, if you have to. Just lifting that knee up. 2 and 3, and still strengthening those quads. And 5 and 6, whoops, and 7 and 8. Do whatever you want with your arms. You want to do something like this, it might help. The faster you do it, the easier it is, isn't it? Try doing it slowly on your own, for balance sake. Good. And 5 and 6. Touch your shoulders this time. 8. We'll do a lot of these because I like it and it's easy. And I hope you do too. So it's up and up and up. No arms. And 5 and 6. So strengthening right here. But what about your hamstrings back here? How can we strengthen those? Well, we're standing, so it has to be a standing exercise. All right, great. You know what? We're going to do this quickly. Time is gone for us today. So why don't we end with this? Good. Touch to the back and just lift that whole leg up and hold it. Also tightening the derriere. Push yourself up nice and tall, good posture, and put it down. And lift up and put it down. And lift up and put it down. And lift up. Let's switch to the other side. We're not doing 8. Toe up, leg up. Put that toe down and pull that shin in for posture. Lift up, put it down, lift up, put it down, and lift up. And now just do some kicking. 1, just to loosen up those quads. Stretch the quads a little bit. Good. And 5 and 6. And I want to thank you for tuning in today. And I hope you'll come back, because each show is a little bit different. We do all the stuff we're supposed to do. We incorporate all of the 6 basic fitness components, but today was dedicated to strength training. So just keep in mind, keep walking, exercise, take classes. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.